our aims, and our aim is to progress through the year, and we're not looking at this for a one-year thing. This year is about all development and setting ourselves up for the future.
You can do this! We want the top 5.
When you start to learn driving, you do theirs.
Mercedes, cruise to be able to the car, as has been this season for him.
You were told it.
See, we've already was trying to make an impression, certainly in the beginning of 2015, with the new Mercedes car driving, very definitely on the mark as well.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm just a fan. Big fan.
He's doing very well, yeah. He's doing better than he was last year.
This is what winners are made of. Can he resist the pressure? Can he do it? I was desperate to get that point on the ship. I was remember something away.
We're here today to speak to Aiden Moffat, and we're going to have a quick recap of the last rounds of the BTCC at Brands Hatch. Well, you got your independent win, and a very popular win it was. Here you are at the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was brilliant to get that independent win. As you can see, it means the world to the team. It's a real family, friend-run team. So, any time we do well, everybody's over the moon, as you can see. So it's I mean, it's a great feeling when you come back and you see the smile on everyone's face, and you know how much it means to them. That's when you know you've got the right people around you. Yeah, young Charlie there. That's a family we met just through racing. We met them a couple of years back when I first got into touring cars, and Charlie's a brilliant kid. He's always been a massive fan of mine, and I've got a lot of time for him and his family. And he did actually say to me the night before that I was going to get a podium this weekend, so if he makes a few more of their predictions next year, that would be nice. This was race 1. He came through Graham Hill. I missed a gear actually coming out of the previous corner, which gave him a good run on me. And we had the car quite loose at the rear in race 1, and the tyres were still a bit cold because this was early on in the race. As I've turned into Graham Hill, the back stepped out slightly, and when I've corrected it, it's left a gap on the inside, so he's dived down the inside to make the pass. As he's done it, he's just ran wide and ran into the side to me. And then coming out the corner, I've just came across on trying to keep him to the inside. Just ran into the side and realised he's tried to stand his ground. So it was, yeah, it was nothing major. It's, I've been on the receiving end of worse from him, so I can live with that one.
Race 2 ended up being quite good for you, Aiden. How far into the race were you aware that you had a good chance of gaining the independent win?
Maybe about halfway through to 3/4. I knew I had very good pace in the car. I was sitting with the lead pack, and there was only one independent driver in that pack, which was Rob Austin. I knew he had a soft tyre and a lot of weight on board, so I knew the race was going to come towards me at the end. I had Matt Jackson behind me, who was another independent driver on the same tyre compound as me, but I knew I had the pace over him in that particular race. I wasn't really worried about him at all. So yeah, towards the end of the race, Austin lost a couple of places, and I don't know if he had an issue or just lost momentum or something, but at one point a couple of guys got by. I managed to go down the inside. We made a little bit of contact, but nothing major, and it was, I knew I still had pace where I could have fought to go a bit further forward, but I was behind Sam Tordoff, and he was going for the championship, so I didn't want to do anything silly, get involved in that. I mean, we had the pace, we maybe could have made a move with a lunge late on the brakes or something, but I was content with where I was. I didn't want to ruin his championship, and I knew I was more than capable of keeping Matt Jackson behind me anyway to take that independent win.
Race 3, you looked as if you'd had a very good start. You were in P2 because of the reverse grid. Tell us about the start.
Yeah, it seemed a good start, but it was actually the poorest start of the day. I came off the clutch a little bit early and the car bogged down a bit, so that's how Jackson managed to get a jump on the start. But the key thing was we got to the inside, managed to get in front of the fast starting BMW and defend that position for the track position, and that was the key thing for the start. So although it wasn't the perfect start, we effectively done what we had to do, and they managed to capitalise on that throughout the race. And
you managed to maintain that P2 position throughout the whole race. What was the main thing that was going through your mind?
The worry was that we were on the soft tyre. It was the soft tyre, we knew it dropped off at the end, and we had the most amount of weight, success ballast that we've ever carried in a race before. So that was the main thing, was just look after the tyres. Those first few laps, don't be too harsh accelerating, stay off the curbs, and kind of nurse the tyres in a little bit. So that played a big part on my mind. There was a constant worry throughout the race. As the laps went on, I managed to get a little bit of a gap from behind. Myself and Jackson pulled away, and then the safety car came out. So as you can imagine, I was cursing a tad when I seen that. I thought, we've got this gap, and now we have to start again. Done the same again for another safety car, so it was a frustrating race. They seem a hell of a lot longer when you're in those positions and wanting it to end, but it was the car felt brilliant. I think it was one of the best races I've driven, because the car just felt that good. I could put it where I want it, and I mean, I seen Shedden catching up behind, but Shedden knows what he's doing. He was going for the championship, and he knew he had done what he had to do sitting behind me. So I knew if I just kept doing what I was doing, kept good pace, I knew he wouldn't try too hard to attack, because it would back us both up as I defended. So I trusted that he wasn't going to be too aggressive with me. I kept him on line. I made sure I kept good pace up, and then he was content with that, and I managed to bring the car home to the highest ever position for the Laser Tools racing team.
Here you are on the podium. What were your thoughts?
Thank God that's over. It seemed a long race, but yeah, it's brilliant to get up on that podium, especially sharing it with the likes of Gordon, who are top racers. When you're on it with people that have accomplished what he has, it makes it a bit more special as well. So I mean, to do it the last race of the year with the big crowd on the track, I couldn't have really picked a better time for it, to be honest. So yeah, it's a great way to end the season, and it's a brilliant feeling standing up there, hearing the people cheer for you, and seeing how happy people are for you to do well.
You seem to enjoy your champagne there. How much did you actually drink?
I don't know about enjoy. Nah, it was yeah, it was funny. I was actually just as we were all spraying it. You usually spray it on the crowd, and a bit of a joke. I'd sprayed a lot, but it stopped coming out. So I went to take a drink. As I started drinking it, the crowd started cheering. I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to keep going now to save face a bit here. And I was just praying it was going to hurry up and end. So I'm just glad I never ended up going backwards off the edge of that podium. That could have been a sore fall.
That was an eventful year, but that was 2016. So now we're looking forward to 2017. Tell us a little bit about your plans.
Yeah, hopefully just more of the highs and less of the lows. And touring cars is where we're going to stay. It's a fantastic championship, and we're constantly improving. So we want to stay in the championship and keep on going in that direction. I mean, the car, the Mercedes, it's coming on a lot, so we're going to keep on improving with that car. We've got a lot of development planned. The team Laser Tools Racing, that's a full year with those new engineers. They're going to stay in boat, and we've built a bond now, so we know how each other works. We're in a great position for going into the 2017 season. But anyway, that's enough about my plans. think we want to know what your plans are now, Keith.
Ah, you're referring to the new livery for the Mercedes, aren't you? Well, you're just going to have to wait and see what I come up with. But you can bet you'll be the first person that sees it.